Jennifer and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a hot second since I have done a full-length video, and the title should tell you why. I have been so exhausted this entire pregnancy and I am 20 weeks, so like consider this my official announcement on YouTube, even though I did post a picture probably at like week 12 or 13 on Instagram. But like I said, the energy drain, the fatigue has been real. This is the first time I've done my hair all pregnancy, and this is the first time I'll be putting on lashes all pregnancy. So anyway, I'm gonna do 20-week kind of half-baked photos, so I want to put some makeup on. So let's chit-chat about what has been going on. So yeah, like I said, it has just been absolutely tiring being pregnant, and my work has been really busy. Okay, so like maybe let's just start there, because I feel like that's primarily the reason why I've been like so freaking exhausted. So I'm an engineer, and basically like I work a lot with equipment, and every time you install a bunch of equipment you have to do a whole lot of work to figure out like, did the vendor send you what you wanted them to send you? Is it doing what you thought the equipment would do? Can it make the thing you're trying to make? And so I'm kind of in the middle of like a project right now where we bought a lot of equipment, and I'm going through that process with a lot of pieces of equipment. And so I'm working 10-hour days, which is kind of wild in hindsight that I'm doing that in pregnancy. So while that's been really tiring, really exciting, but really tiring, I basically come home after work every day and I just sit on the couch and I try to feed myself, and I basically go to bed after that. So it has not been a very eventful last 20 weeks for me as far as like a life standpoint, because I've just been really just trying to survive. So anyway, back to the whole I am pregnant thing. We had been thinking about trying for a little while, but then what's crazy is how much planning is supposed to go into pregnancy, and I can't believe just like the whole process. And there's whole time periods where like you can or cannot get pregnant in the month, and when I was going through it, I just don't know how people like accidentally get pregnant. I don't know. Physiology is so weird. So the biggest thing for me is I knew my diet and exercise was not very good. And so I really wanted to abide by like my doctor's recommendation of starting prenatals 3 months before I started trying. And then I also went off birth control a whole month before I started trying. So I basically was on prenatals and birth control at the same time. And then I stopped my birth control at least a month before I started trying, because I just wanted to know how I was off of birth control. Like, I don't know. I feel like at least in the US, it's so weird that we are on birth control for literally decades, and we don't really know how we are as an adult without these hormones. And I read these horror stories about how people have their scent change after they go off of birth control, and all of a sudden like their partner smells bad to them and stuff. Like that would be literally terrifying. So I was like, let me just get off birth control and find out if I am like an absolute demon before we start to try having kids. And then on top of all this, like the month we started trying was a month that I ended up going to see my family in Taiwan with my husband, and so it was like obviously hard to have some privacy. And so we didn't do a whole lot, and then I came back and then I did some research around like abstinence and how that affects, you know, the quality of his stuff. And turns out like abstinence is like fine if it's every other day, but if it's like long periods of abstinence, you like don't, it's bad. Like there's like DNA fragmentation and stuff. Anyway, there's just like way too much science behind the whole like trying to make a kid thing, and it's wild that they don't teach you enough of this. Like there's just like no resource unless you go look for it. That being said, I do feel really lucky because it only took us about 2 months of trying, at least like 2 months of me like really keeping track and us really making an effort, which is really fast compared to like some of the people I know, but also just like data out there. Like I feel like my OB was very much like it happens when it happens, like the conditions just have to be perfectly right, not necessarily like anything, you know, we're doing wrong. It's just for some people like 6 months is pretty standard. And so she was very much like, in 6 months, if it doesn't happen, then like come see me and we'll see if there's anything we need to do. What was really cool too is in January we had one of those trips where like the girls chat actually went on a trip kind of thing, and we went to an all-inclusive in Mexico, and I very much thought that that was going to be like our last vacation you know, not pregnant, but we were also trying at the time, so I didn't want to drink like too much alcohol. So I really only had 2 drinks over 5 days. But it was a good thing I did, because turns out I got pregnant the week before and like just didn't know it. So like baby's first vacation was literally to Mexico. By the way, these tweezers from Believe Beauty are the best tweezers I have ever owned in my entire life. Like they are so sharp, but not so sharp that they cut your hair in half when you try to pluck anything with them. But they are so precise and they're just made so well. Like I literally like them better than Tweezerman tweezers, which is crazy because they are like the gold standard. Anyway, so yeah, first trimester of the pregnancy. So I found out technically on week 5, because they start counting from like the day of your last period. But stupid me did not know that pregnancy tests worked before you miss your period. So I just like always assumed that I had to miss my period first. So I like waited until I missed my period first before I took the test, which is so stupid of me, because I probably could have found out earlier. But yeah. Just trying to pick a lip liner I actually want to use today. So yeah, obviously I'm nearing the end of my makeup look, but my first trimester was pretty uneventful, thankfully, except for like I had spotting on 2 days, which kind of freaked me out, but doctor said it was fine. So I was just really tired. Like on the weekends, it was like a 2-nap day, and I was sleeping from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. and I was nauseous a lot, but what was good was I never was nauseous enough to throw up. I'm just dropping them everywhere. So while I just like felt nauseous all the time, I wasn't actually nauseous enough to like throw up. So I guess like I'll count that as a blessing. A lot of people have it a lot worse than me. And even now into second trimester, my energy has been a lot better, but I still can't really eat proteins. Like meats are hard, egg is hard. Me cooking protein is like out of the question. But I can sometimes eat it when I get takeout. And yeah, my energy is definitely back now that I'm in second trimester. I can't do this while I'm talking. But yeah, that's really the update I had for you today. Just kind of wanted to chat through that. Some of my experiences the last 20 weeks. And yeah, we're just really excited about baby. And can't wait to share more of that with you guys. And I do just want to say though, I am still primarily a beauty channel, so really it's still going to be very beauty focused. But yeah, if I just disappear for long periods of time, it's probably because I am tired AF. So that is it from my chatty get ready with me today. I hope you have enjoyed sitting through this long conversation with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really just want to get back to reviews as well. So if there's anything you want me to try, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye!